time to go to sleep. Good morning, Planet 4554B or YouTube and whoever else may watch this someday. This is TW, aka Travis, and this is my Subnautica base. Streaming from a PS4 and had the option to include my voice from my microphone, so I thought I'd give a little tour of my base. So this is my room right here. I have a bed, a bench, a desk. Over here with some lantern fruit, which I found on a little island. Aquarium. Got some local fauna that I captured and put in the aquarium. Right over here is a little modification station, which I can use to upgrade and make some cool gadgets and gizmos to help me explore underwater. And this Mr. Trash Can I can pull up using my PDA here and transfer stuff into this that will go into oblivion. So this is my base. If you take a look around down here, I have a couple of multi-purpose rooms stacked on each other. There's a power plant down there and a alien containment unit, which has some local fauna, which I hatched from eggs. Hello, Mr. Gasopod. This base is in what's called the Safe Shallows area, and these dudes walk around with a big ball full of gas-filled pods on their backside instead of a tail. So here's my underwater observatory. Look, I can take a look in my command chair. Have a seat. Take a look at the beautiful blue water and the pretty reef structures out here in the shallows. If we go down to the other side, I love the sounds too. It sounds like I'm really running in an underwater, in a metallic facility. There's my big ass submarine, the Cyclops. So go up here. Now here is the ship that brought me to this far, far away planet, the Aurora, or what's left of her. And scattered all around the ocean is bits and pieces of her as well. So I started out with just a little bitty escape pod, which is over there. You can kind of see it floating on the water over there, see? It's got a beacon on it, so I can always find it. I got beacons, various beacons that I set up. Tell me how far away they are. So, because there's no map in this game, so it makes it kind of terrifying. You have to use, they give you these little tools, stuff to help figure out where you are, but looking for stuff sometimes can be a chore. Okay, so down here is the moon pool. Here's my, what's called a sea moth. And I called it the Xeno Explorer. My first one had an unfortunate demise. I didn't realize my inner health, or my strength of my vehicle was too low, and some fish was attacking me when I was just sitting chilling, and all of a sudden it was gone, and so I had to build another one. And Xeno Explorer 2, like the green frog colors with the purple. I don't know, going for an Incredible Hulk look or something, but it's easily visible under the water. So, and I got various lockers in here which I can store stuff in. Modification station. Got some windows over here. I originally just built this base, so it's all this different kind of stuff that you can gather. This, is a nuclear reactor. Giving me plenty of fuel. I also have some little thermal reactors at a nearby, like a volcanic thermal hole. So I got some windows built out here. If I take this ladder upstairs, boop. Here's what's called the alien containment unit. Man, that big long snaky looking thing is called a crab snake. Normally they're huge and they're very dangerous and they will attack me, but everything that I hatch from eggs in here is docile and it's just swimming around and happy as can be. So, and then I can go back down here. Alright, so look out the window here. It's a little bit more of my base. I built this piece by piece. Using this little thing right here. See, I can pick pieces that I want to build. And I can pick inside stuff that I want to put around here. So, pretty cool. I'm missing. It tells me what raw materials that I need here. This game has sucked my time. Like, I got it a week and a half ago, and I've spent way too much time in it. But you know, so I'm about to take a intentional break, and I'll maybe come back in a couple weeks later. And I'm at a point where I got to do some serious exploring, get a couple more pieces of equipment so I can dive deeper and deeper to an area that's towards the stuff that opens up the last bit of the story elements of the game. So I've just ran through my base right here while I was rambling. So, got a bunch of lockers with all kind of different stuff that I've collected to help me make different stuff. Another window. Hello. It's my moon pool. And it all started, actually, with this little room. This pod right here. This little pod right here is the very first pod, room that I built. And then I started adding everything else onto it. This is the most recent thing I've built, because I took my Cyclops on a long expedition, and I'll show you in a second. It's filled with storage lockers, which I got a bunch of tips on how to better play this game from other people who have posted to YouTube, made much better videos. I don't even have any editing tools, just streaming right from my PS4, having some fun. So anyway, here's another little hatch. Walk in here. This is the new storage area that I built. Copper is a very fundamental element that I use in making a lot of wiring and stuff. Gold, silver, lithium, nickel. And I've got more up here because, man, when I jump around in what's called the prawn suit, which is this very, very tough walker that you can kind of jump around and has a grinding arm, that you find these huge deposits of ore for gold, copper, silver, whatever, and you can get a bunch of it all in one spot, and it's a lot of fun. So we go back down here to the main area. This is all stuff that I originally started collecting and needed to make more and more space. Hello, Mr. Battery Charger. Okay, I'll come back to you. This is have big power cell units that powers my vehicles. This is the scanning room. This thing is crazy. It actually is an interactive scanning suite, which will, ooh, Reaper Leviathan, will let you look for certain items. So apparently, and right now I've got it beefed up with a bunch of upgrades, so it has a long range. Normally it doesn't. But apparently, if I were to go southeast now, there's a couple of big bad guys, the Reaper Leviathans. I do not want to go find them, but I've never seen that as an option to search for down there, so that was pretty cool. Anyway, so, and this thing also has the added feature of having cameras. See, look, the cameras that I can just drive around, and I can do some searching for different things, and then the camera has a beacon where I can go out and drive to wherever the camera is and easily find it. So if I put this back in here, oop, pretty cool. Alright, now this is the sea moth. I'm going to show you how it works. Ah! I fell down. This thing. It lets me explore underwater.
Welcome, all systems online.
Thank you, computer. And I'll go over here and show you my big machine over here. This is the Cyclops. It's a submarine. The computer told me that it was designed to be operated by a 3-man crew. So only experienced navigators should attempt to pilot it alone. So it's been a learning experience. I've called this one the Xeno, like alien. Which is like, this is the Xeno Explorer that I'm in. This is the Xeno Navigator right there. So I can jump up, hop out of my sea moth, I'm swimming. I love the music in this game. Those sounds used to scare me, terrify me when I first jumped in the water and started.
Systems online.
The computer has a very creepy voice in this thing. But it's pretty cool. So this is rows and rows of storage for stuff that I'm going to go and when I need to do gathering resources. Climb up here to the bridge. Right here, I can turn the lights off. It's kind of spooky. But sometimes if I'm somewhere where there's big bad guys swimming around, it helps me hide better. Some floodlights, which is daylight outside, but you can kind of see down there as lights up. Turn them off. And it's not lit up anymore. Now this is the bridge. Now, usually I'm up a little bit higher, but right here, and it has these holographic controls that come up. Tells me my depth, which I'm at 2 meters, practically on the surface. Turn the engine off to conserve battery life, because this thing munches battery life. I have cameras. This is the top. Check it out. A red crimson stripe. We all live in a yellow submarine. A yellow submarine. A yellow submarine. I have one that's underneath. Here's my base. And then of course there's a tail camera. This comes in handy when I'm navigating tight areas so I can see if I'm having to go down, if I'm knocking stuff, if I can clear it. So I'm just going to give you a little quick tour over here. Fire if I get attacked by a big bad guy. This left, hopefully. I've never had to lose this and build another one, so I hope that doesn't happen. But here's bed, you know. You can sleep, change the day-night cycle. This is my bad boy right here. Now if you see right here, I named him the Xeno Spelunker. Look at that. That's my prawn suit. Well, never mind that beacon there. And this thing is cool. It has a grappling suit, a grappling hook like a Spider-Man around under the ocean. And it has a drill arm and like a big old storage capacity. Right here I've got all the accessories for this bad boy. So, we're going to go back here. This, I can launch decoys to help giant leviathans ignore me. Put all my upgrades in here. Here's my, I got 3 energy cells on this side, power cells, and 3 on the other side. So and I have a locker to keep extras because when I run out of power, you know, I'm screwed. Got a modification station here so I can make extra cool stuff on board if I need to. And without further ado, into the monster. This Cyclops has a vehicle bay, which is awesome. I can take the sea moth, which is right there. I can actually dock it up in here too if I wanted to. So, listen, gum, things heavy. Jump. It's getting dark out there. It's one thing that's kind of crazy too. This game has a legit day-night cycle. Night lasts for about 5 minutes, so I guess it's about 15 minutes of daylight. Right now, here's my drill arm. And there's my grappling right there. This thing is cool because I can like grab some speed. I want to go jumping around with my jump jets. This thing does have lights, but it's just a couple of lamps mounted on the front of it. And they don't project as far as with the sea moth. But just to show you guys this thing. Ooh, look at that. It's a reef back in the distance. It's a giant Leviathan class creature that's totally docile. Just swims around, doesn't do nothing. But right here is my prawn suit, baby. That's the reef back. Music over here is pretty cool, awesome too. Alright, See, so I guess this thing is designed, the guy just comfortably sits in this little chair here and controls it with these joysticks on these control arms. That's pretty cool. I want one. And plus, like, it has a storage capacity I can access here. Other than the grappling hook and the drill arm, I can actually take the drill arm off, or either one of those, and it has a punching arm. Yeah, and I can use the arm to pick up stuff, which is very convenient. But the bad guys, well, there's really no bad guys, they're just creatures. If aggressive creatures who aren't happy to see me try to come after me, well, I can take them out with a couple of quick punches. Another piece of salvage. This is salvage from that big old ship. And I can break salvage down into titanium, which is a basic component that helps me build stuff. Alright. I love little Spider-Man back up there. Yeah. It's just fun. Helps me pick up some speed. Alright, here we go. And then this vehicle bay right here. See, those are the gas pods that thing with the gasopod creature releases. If I'm not inside a vehicle and I touch those things, they hurt really bad. So there you have it. That's my base. This is my big ass submarine. I didn't want this to go long, and I didn't, you know, just wanted to try this out. And gonna go check and see if this video recorded my voice like it said it was going to. Oh, here I can edit my name and the colors of my submarine. I can take a nap here, but I think is the sun coming up? Oh man, look, it's daylight. It's morning, man. I pulled an all-nighter. I'm ready to go to sleep. That's okay. Pretty much keeping my own schedule on this remote uninhabited planet here. So good morning, and I know I woke up. I stayed up all day and all night, and now I'm going back to sleep. And good night.